Okay, now it's saying we are streaming. Let's check our channel. Let's check our channel. Okay, we are live. So Shibin, good morning. How are you?
Uh, Good morning, Praveen. Yeah, I'm doing good.
So, we
Uh,
want to let's introduce ourselves a little bit for our audience. So,
yeah,
yeah, I am Praveen. If no one, if you don't know me, and I'm currently living in Trivandrum, India, and working as a data scientist. And I'm mostly interested in understanding how LLM harnesses work these days. Yeah, that's a short introduction, Shibin. I think on the we can talk about us later. But yeah, if you want to give a short bio.
Myself, Shibin, I'm working Amazon AWS at HQ, Seattle. Yeah, I know Praveen for a long time. Yeah, I've been in industry for more than like 10 years. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much about myself. So, uh, the under why we are doing, we are collaborating with Thousand Miles AI to bring you this session. So, why we are doing this is mainly to educate students and new career professionals on new technology, as well as uh, bring them a concrete understanding of the technology. So, uh, to precisely tell, what we've been experiencing, right? We had a growth path. I took quite a long time to learn a lot of things. But whenever I talk to my friends, and some of the colleagues, they lacks fundamental understanding, and like it's very hard to catch up with the day-to-day development in AI or software engineering or any engineering fields. So the idea of this continuous stream is to, bring this knowledge very easy to consumable. Also educate people on the core technology aspect. Uh, yeah, we'll be having more and more sessions in future. Yeah, over to you, Praveen.
Yeah, Shibin, good introduction. Almost you mentioned what you want to do over time, but today I suggest we keep it very light and probably we can talk about our journey and what's like completely changed over this years, right? I think we and Shibin were together in college and we finished our bachelor's around 2014, and it's been almost 11, 12 years in this software field. And we have seen a lot of change even in this 12 years, and last 3 years, 2 years, 3 years were completely mind-blowing change. And yeah, like to start, me and Shibin are completely in different profiles. We can give our own perspectives, but I want to start with this, Shibin. What what do you think fundamentally changed? When we were going into job first time, 12 years before, and today, what's the expectation? Like you also might be hiring, right? Part of hiring, you might have sat in some interviews for freshers. What is your feeling like? If you want to g- give you a throw some light on your journey, what's the journey now?
Yeah, I can start. Of course, you can give uh, your understanding. Like Praveen is, by the way, working in data science field, so he'll have a slightly different perspective towards what's happening in the industry, right? So before getting started, we want to have this sort of discussion. In future, we'll have like a more scientific discussion. So
Sure, sure.
we want to follow this uh, canvas pattern. We'll try to, make it as much as interactive as possible. Uh, so I'm connected to my iPad, so that is the second screen you can see. So regarding my journey, right? I mean, I'll generalize and tell. I mean, my personal opinion I will tell, but I will try to generalize as much as possible. So when I joined after the college, I mean, I was very naive. Like we we collectively did a main project and had some like programming experience with Java, not very in depth, like general stuff.
Just
Also,
what
some
maybe we might
yeah,
have written in terms of lines of code, like maybe 5,000, less than 5,000 in college till now, that time, or what do you say?
yeah,
Even
yeah,
1,000?
yeah, Python. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, let's
let's
say
not annoy.
some rough estimate. What was the situation then?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, overall, like apart from all this assignment thing, like as a project, I might have written like 5,000 lines. Maybe like most of the code was written in Java, like final project as well. I think one of it was on PHP, then like web development, we had a web development course, developed something like that was in PHP and basic HTML, CSS, and I think jQuery. That was that's how I mean, at least I got started. Then I joined the company, like in the company, right? So got like uh, one year to approximately 1 year approximately to learn the things. I mean, it's not like I was not working, but it was a bit of a slower pace. It's expected that we will make mistakes. We learn slowly. So I was working Java and Python. I mean Java and C++ then. I mean it was. I still remember my first major project. I mean it's called major, but in this LLM era, I don't think you can call it major. It was to build an SFTP like file transfer like uh, fi- file transfer over SSH is SFTP like implement that in that was also on-premise uh, development process, not the cloud way of doing the things. Uh, yeah, I mean, I would say like everybody was supportive and like, we had a group, mentors and help us to learn. And I took a quite a lot of time to understand the things. Uh, then again, like when I joined back industry after my master's also, I mean, I did a master's in between. It was a bit fast paced, but still, you got time to learn the things. Like it was only 3 months to get some sort of mastery when I joined back from masters to industry. Uh, it was a bit more fast paced, uh, but still we got some time to adapt
Yeah,
things and
like
learn and yeah, I mean the velocity of the code, right? I mean, then I was creating like couple of code commits per week max. So we had time to learn the syntax, how the system works. You had to read the documentation, understand, design the things and everything. So it was a slow process. Uh, but with now LLM, the expectation is too high. At least, I mean, I'm currently also mentoring a couple of people. So um, the thing is that the expectation is day one contribution or like day five or day six contribution here. And uh, I mean, of course, I mean, when you join your project scope is scoped in a way that you can complete without knowing a lot of things. But what I'm experiencing, right, like people are with all this LLM thing, they are able to finish the things quite fast, but that learning process is somewhat missing, right? So we uh, like I learned like all this event-driven architecture and everything uh, after a quite long time, like
okay.
like two years in my career, like all this thing. But these students are supposed to work on all this thing. And if you go and type LLM, hey, like what is this? Like, can I build on top of this existing product? Of course, it understand all this concept and it build and give you. But the learning aspect, what we used to struggle and get is missing. So where I feel is uh, that's creating the impact is when they are asked to do something independent.
Mm.
You know how the LLM, assuming you're following the agentic development path, right?
Yeah.
Uh, you have a problem and you start designing it or like specking it
Yeah,
out.
Shibin, I just want to propose something. Can we just put this as a diagram, like a workflow, like what you can do, or what do you think? Text is talking is better, or
Yeah, yeah. I
like
mean, I think we'll have a dedicated sessions later on like
yeah,
how the
yeah.
agentic development
Mm.
work. But usually what
But
happens now is like, I mean, my
yeah.
handwriting is pretty bad.
Oh, don't worry about that. Mine is even worse.
So, so you have a problem, right? Then after that, uh, I mean, sorry. After that, you do some requirement gathering, finalization, and everything. Then you do the, I would say, specking or designing. Let's call designing. Designing. Then you go to implementation plan. I mean, there are various ways it can be done. I think in some other session, we'll go.
Yeah, yeah. We
Then we'll
will,
do the
let's
development, right?
go take it slowly. I mean, this is just a high level view of what's
Yeah.
happening. So we
So
don't
the
have to.
problem is most of the time the implementation plan to implementation like LLMs are very good,
Mhm.
right? When I started career, like the design part, I only touched at my maybe first 1.5 year or the second year.
Mm, yeah.
So I was reading a
For
lot
me, that
of
was
designs
also
and
a
then
small problem beginning, right? Like one
yeah,
feature, you might be designing one feature in the beginning after one
yeah,
and a half years of your job. Not
yeah.
entirely.
Mostly I've been like assigned to somebody who has designed the system. Then we,
Mm,
go and work with them on the implementation. So all these complicated pieces of all this event architecture, everything was already there. So I didn't have to make the choices.
mm,
Also, I've been taught about all this thing, right? So there is a slight difference of being taught and you figuring it out. Say, for
yeah,
example,
yeah.
if you have a good mentor, I happen to have a lot of good mentors. So they tell you like why this approach has been taken. In software engineering, there is no, I mean, this is the biggest suggestion I got from my mentors. Like, there is no uh, correct solution most of the
Yes,
time.
yes,
It's
exactly.
about
Like, mm. I mean, when
balancing
you,
the thing.
yeah, when you read a textbook, you mostly assume, okay, I read this, so this is the universal solution. But in reality, things change according to your product or your experience, right? So yeah, that's very important. I guess the knowledge transfer you
Yeah,
get from your mentors. Yeah.
yeah, the way you design an Amazon system is
Mm.
totally different from the way you design a online bookstore for your like
Yes.
100 customer, right? So all the total requirement specification and everything changes. So I've been like most of the time I've been taught about why this decision has been made. I spent like 1.5 2. I mean, this is minimum, okay? I mean, I'm not saying I was perfected out after 1.5 year. It took me a long time. But majority of decision why it's been made and what is the pros and cons being taught to me. But what's happening in this LLM world? I mean, most of the time, sorry, do this. Okay. Oh, maybe I'll go back to this. Most of the time, assume you have a proper plan, this can be done. LLM, like it may make some mistakes on the coding standard and everything. You still have to review sometime, but most of the time this is done. The problem most of the time arises in this phase where the from your requirement to design, right?
Mm.
So LLM doesn't know about like context. I mean, you there is a limitation at which you can give, right?
Yeah.
If you ask them to build an online store, whether you are building for an Amazon or
Mm.
whether you are building for a bookstore, is totally different.
Yeah.
You have the requirements, and based on that, your entire system architecture, everything changes,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
So this decision, why I have to pick A and B, like say for example, if you are building for yourself, you can have a smaller SQL database and do all this computation in your machine. You can have a single host which serve all the traffic. You can make all this shortcut mainly for the pricing and everything, right? But if you're building an Amazon system, then it's a total different game.
Yeah.
Like you have to
Agree. Yes.
consider that TPS and all the design aspect of it, right?
Mm.
So LLM doesn't know unless until, I mean, the first students are, I mean, or the new joinees or early career people are not going to design an Amazon system,
Mm.
but they are going to, of course, design some part of it, right? So it will give you an option one and option two. I mean, assume you ask them properly, it may produce you option one and option two. And it may say, this is my recommendation. So
Mm.
assume this is an Amazon store building architecture. You are unable to compare with option one and two, right? Like nobody taught you like what need to be considered, like what need to be.
Mm.
Uh, so this comes from experience, right?
Mm.
And the main problem with, I mean, as I mentioned, I had a lot of good mentors, right? We've been having regular seeing like
Yeah.
the day to day like things being communicated. A lot of people corrected me all the way along, right? And that communication part is also breaking up, like because if a senior developer is taking care of a project, that means he is taking care of end to end most of the time, because you don't need people to help you in implementation. It's better you have the full context and just develop it, right?
Yeah.
So this learning is not happening. So the expectation when you graduate from uh, campuses, right?
Mm.
You understand. I mean, you're not I mean, of course, you won't understand this complete difference,
Mm.
but you have some sort of intuition of, or you have some level of understanding on this is not at all taught in college, right? Like
Mm.
I still remember the course. I think like I did my undergrad in India, right? So the course structure, I think we had database.
Yeah.
Like I still remember that normal form and BCNF and all those things, right?
BCNF. Yes.
In industry, it's most of the time it's broken. I mean broken. Like you don't follow normal form.
Mm.
I mean you follow most of the time, but most of the time you
Yeah.
break it
There
also.
are other
So
trade-offs to
nobody,
consider.
yeah, yeah. Also, in I think nowadays there may be like some cloud computation courses as part of curriculum, but when we were doing it was
Yeah.
not there. I mean, I've discussed with a couple of students also. I mean, I got an opportunity to talk to
Mm.
students. So there also that extra thing is not yet arrived.
Mm.
And your curriculum is not that easy also. I mean, you've been like you're fully packed actually for an
Yeah.
undergrad. Now you're asked to, go to the other side of the road also.
Mm.
And I mean, this is not disrespect to any university or professors,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I think most of the professors are also not familiar with all this thing.
Mm. It's
So I think
yeah,
how,
quite
yeah,
steep learning curve for them as well. It's what I would assume. Even if they are not in industry, especially like the exposure they have is also limited. The learning for them is not
yeah,
so
I
fast.
think, yeah, government is pushing for all this internship like
Mm.
mandate. I mean, I think VTU, at least the university, they have like mandatory internship
Yeah.
part of curriculum, but yeah, I mean. let's talk about all this thing later. But I
But
think
yeah,
the
let's.
expectation is shifting a bit. So students has to, I mean, you can go for vibe coding and get the dopamine hit, but
Mhm.
when you're in college, right, the student should go and understand why these decisions are made. What
Mhm.
if, like, what if I like assume you are building an app, right? There are like multiple ways to build an app,
Mhm.
right? So why am I picking one over other? Why am I picking like Python over Rust? And Rust is getting popular, right? If it's very high performance, why are you not writing in Rust and picking in Python? Like, I mean, these are not really architecture decision by it's technology choice decision, but all these nuances of why one is better or other, what are the pros and cons, why when I should be called these choices need to be taught. Sadly, that is not the case, and I
Mhm.
think
Yes.
when industry move forward, yeah, it's going to be a problem, I think. Yeah, that's my perspective. I think it took a long time, but
But yeah, yeah,
I think
that's okay. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the whole idea is today, like we just touch upon like the overall, like how things are changing. But the plan, as we already discussed, is slowly get into specific aspects and talk about more about it. Like maybe next time we talk about we pick up problem and maybe system design, because as you already mentioned, coding is becoming very cheap and easily replicatable. The designing part and understanding the trade-off is more important now. We can focus, like pick a small starter problems on system design next time and try to solve it. That's also fine. But
mhm.
yeah, today, if you like, before we wrap up for today, like, what is one suggestion you would like to give students? Like any, like, let's say, like for fourth years, I think it's already like they have to push a bit more harder. But let's say first year, like who is going to face interviews in 3 years, like
Oh man, that's a long time to
we don't
predict the
like even
future.
we don't know, right? Yeah. So even
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am like many people ask me this. I also don't know how to answer this. I just wanted to know if you had some perspectives on this. But like even yeah, it's a tough question to answer. Okay, let's throw that away. Let's say in one
I
year you
think
are
I'm
going to.
like, yeah, I mean, I'm not yet that level where I can. I mean, I don't want to blabber anything, like act confident and say something.
Okay, but
Like the industry
let's
told
say
me,
yeah, yeah. Continue.
yeah, 1 year. I mean, if you're in third year and fourth year, like I think you need to realize that, you know, academics is not enough. I mean, it was not never enough. Academics is to create your base, right? Give you a base on which you can build upon. But with all this LLM change and coding changes, all this software engineering industry changes, it could go either way. Like there are people who are strongly advocating that we only need few people. If I mean it's purely economics, right? If you have more, you guys remember that, right? Supply. Oh man, my handwriting. Supply demand. If you have oversupply, of course there will be competition. Then I mean, that's a sad fact. I personally don't support it. I have an utopian view of whoever, I mean, it should be, the job should be based on their interest, not based on any other factor. But this is the sad reality of the thing. Like, if there is a oversupply, then the competition will be higher.
Mm.
Then who knows more will be getting selected. I mean, uh, yeah. So if you want to stand out, it's better to go little bit further from, like, I mean,
Mm.
little bit ahead of academics and try to understand, like, the best way I could recommend is like go and check some of the GitHub open project, right? Like highly start
Yeah.
GitHub repo, go and check. And if you use any LLM tools, right, just ask, point it to that that GitHub link and say, hey, can you create me an architecture diagram, including the reasoning of why it's picked over the other thing. It will give you a document, go and read it, try to understand. If you go and like read it for like 10 or 15 repos, you'll have a pretty good understanding. Then
Oh, yeah.
it will slowly start picking.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, uh, that's a pretty much I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
say.
Like I just wanted some high level view of what you think about this, but I also know that answering these questions in such a dynamic, fast changing industry is also very difficult. But I think what we will do is like
What's your take, Ravi?
so like it's same like I'm in that like I'm in data science, right? Like I don't like I'm not going to give you the whole story, but just telling you a brief what has changed in last 2 3 years. So when I joined, like as a in a industry, like earlier I was in research, but research is completely a bit different. But I'll talk about industry this time. So when I joined, I still felt like like they had to do a lot of things like curating data, training, monitoring, things like that. But over time, I have what feeling I have is like let's say when I joined, almost all the 100% of the models were custom built. All the use cases we have image based, audio based use cases. We also use some external APIs, but over time the even the models we are heavily started relying on LLM based solutions. So you can say now we are like 60 70% LLM based solution and 30% custom models. So as a data scientist, your task is completely changing. Like you are not training models anymore. Like you are mostly evaluating, monitoring stuff. So things are changing dynamically. So it's the like the tasks which you do daily, right? So like it's mostly monitoring and I mean what I would say, which is still helping me stay relevant, is the domain knowledge. Like as a data scientist, what do you need to check? Why this trade-offs exactly? Like similarly, software engineering has trade-offs. The ML engineer or data scientist also have to think about some trade-offs about performance versus making customer happy. Like what is the sweet spot? So this knowledge is becoming more and more important rather than understanding writing code for uh, training, evaluating. So
Mhm.
yeah, I would say like now as if you want to be in data science and still stay relevant, it's go solve like more competitive problems and see like how you play around with trade-offs and things like that. Adapt. I mean, again, writing code and
The,
learning about different frameworks, learning NumPy. I mean, you need to know a lot of things. So, I mean, I think we will talk about pick topic by topic and talk later, but you need to know some nuances. Only then you can, if you want performance boost. So there are running, so NumPy you can convert to, the NumPy runs in CPU. Sometimes you want to run everything in GPU. So you have to know that there are possibilities to understand that, but I think things get built over time. Yeah, but I don't know. Like I will
I
talk
was
about this.
yeah, I was trying out the Fable models, right? I mean,
Mm.
I know there are mixed opinions around it, but you know, I'm wondering, like, can you just ask it to do all this?
Yes,
Because
yes.
I was
I will.
part of.
Yeah, like I was using definitely this. Uh, we still have this Fable access, and I was trying one problem which we are trying to optimize some inference. And what I feel is, yes, that it is already able to figure out, let's say, 80 90% very well, like cases which you don't think. And giving the right context always mattered. So why we do this, why what we want to achieve and why we want to achieve this is very important to nudging the model. Definitely, I agree with you. These models are giving more ideas than what you can do. That I completely agree, but they still need a good context, why you do this, those things to be specified. So I think that comes with either experiencing the system or monitoring. I don't know. Somehow you have to build that intuitions
Yeah, I
and
saw a
what.
crazy story in Reddit the other day. It was
Hmm,
on Fable 5. He asked, I, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, okay, let me clarify. Like, I'm not saying that Fable 5 is going to replace all
yeah,
this
yeah.
system design thinking and all. What I'm trying to say is like the capability is good. Like,
Hmm,
what he did is he had some Japanese game. Like, I mean, I'm also a like anime watcher, so
hmm,
he had some anime Japanese game of like 2000 or something. It's only available in Japanese. He's
hmm,
like
hmm,
native English speaker. Wanted to convert this. I mean, he want to play it,
hmm.
right? Usually, all this code comes as a compiled artifact, right? It's all mangled up. You can't
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like dig up. So he pointed the like the artifact. I'm not sure whether it was a exe or some um, jar. I think it was exe, but what he told, I mean, his command was like convert to English, right?
Hmm.
So it actually, what he's saying is like it it worked on that and actually replaced the string, and he could play the entire game. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
it's crazy to think
Yes, yes.
whether it was an exe file, it actually
Hmm.
removed and appended the
Yes.
bits. I don't think it's that crazy. I mean, it may be something else in between
It
or
could be
some
like
file.
something else. Even we, yeah. Well, I think it all
Yeah,
also depends on who is prompting as well. Like if they already know some workarounds and it was manually too difficult to do, and then models can definitely do better with the right context, I guess.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Also, I think people are adapting well. Like uh, today, I was reading a news on like IITM and what was the other university? It was IITB
Hmm.
or two IITs. They're starting some master's course on security. I mean, the course structure is crazy. Like 2 years, you have full industry internship and all. But the biggest, uh, I mean, why it caught my eye was they the age limit is some 25.
Ah.
Uh, but they're removing all this competitive exam.
Oh,
They are coming up
wow.
with totally different competitive exam.
Mm.
So I think everybody is, I mean, their goal is like improve the cybersecurity professionals in India, a
Mm.
strong cybersecurity professionals, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who has that hacking mindset. So
Mm.
usually those people don't get through all this
Yes, yes.
like,
So exams are
competitive
like
because
not for them,
yeah,
not for the nerds,
yeah.
real nerds. Yes.
So they have some aptitude exam plus some hackathon. If you
Mm.
win the hackathon, you get into the university.
Interesting.
And like it's one of the best developed course. I'm expecting. I mean, they're yet to roll out, but I think everywhere this notion of things are going to change.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, this is related to the expansion of or expanding security attack space, but it will have impact everywhere. That's
Yeah. I think.
I think yeah.
I mean, this whole education will change. I mean, how we learn and how we do things will change. I guess. Very interesting to see how everyone is going to adapt to this new learning way of learning. I guess. And
Yeah.
yeah, do you want to conclude with something? Let's. I mean, my whole what I have in mind is today we just started this. Let's see. We pick maybe from next time we can pick some specific problem and talk about this. But yeah, if you want to conclude with something
Yeah.
for today.
Yep. The closest problem I have in my mind, right, like
Mm.
which I'm ashamed to accept, is how this entire program works, right? Like the program means how the software run
Mm,
concept. I learned it like, man, I learned after, I mean, I got clarity after 4 years working in industry.
mm.
Like, I, and it's so fundamental. I don't know whether people are interested in on
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
LLM, but I want to start with that. It's like,
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's what I also feel like over time, like even programming also evolved. Like there were abstraction on top of abstraction. So people only stay on top. So now we have a new LLM. We are not even looking at code. We are at language level now. So people like how deep they want to go, try to understand things is interesting. But yeah, I like this. Yeah, way of
yeah.
looking at things, how things
Okay.
run. Yeah,
Praveen,
Shubin.
when are you planning the next session? Maybe like tomorrow, same time?
Tomorrow, same time, we can connect shortly. Maybe we
Yeah.
can do as a small bit, take a one specific item, talk only about that,
Okay.
and
Cool.
something interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, then thanks for watching, guys. And if you have any comments, please let us know, and we can also talk about it. And
Yeah.
Shubin,
One last thing.
yeah, okay,
One yeah, I mean, we are starting the things up, right? So
yeah,
all this streaming and everything is it's still on a, you know, lower quality spectrum, but yeah,
primitive.
with pro. Yeah.
Yes.
But please be critical. Yeah, if you have any comments. Bye.
Okay. Okay then. Bye bye.